Hello, good morning. Got lipstick on. Hello, beautiful people. I'm just amused by this technology. I have to admit it. I live out up on the side of the mountain here in beautiful Puerto Rico. I have to be prepared to not always have power or internet or even water. And that's okay because this is my best life. This is the one I designed and the one I wanted to live my way. And so I just want to come in every morning here to say hello, good morning to everybody, and encourage you to step out of your routine boundary and really do a little bit of soul searching. Okay. So I'm here doing, and I swear I don't think I have my lipsticks right. Things to get over. So hello, happy Monday. I am here. I put on actually it's a Colombian soccer jersey from my trip to Colombia years back with my daughter. And it's orange and blue, which is sort of like the Knicks colors because I used to live in New York. And yes, I am in Puerto Rico. So I broke out my lanyard, which also has the ticket that I took with my daughter when we saw Bad Bunny a couple of years ago in Benito, and the music and the culture. And I love art. Okay. Let me just start by saying that. I think art is magic. It's transformative. It helps people express their emotions. And I believe it's the magic that we need to be doing in healing and re-strengthening and remixing our lives right now, today, starting right here, right now. Okay. So I am here because in the morning, I do a quick scan to see what people are searching on the internet. This is my morning workshop time for my own digital arts. And writing and thinking is what I do in the morning here in my garden oasis de artes. In the afternoon, I switch it over to more visual arts and more outward arts, performing arts. And at night, we're really tackling serious social issues with the Wayfinding Station, which is my new project. I realized I needed to kind of make like a new umbrella. And so that's what I'm talking about. Okay, because in the search today, destiny begins with a vision is the hot 500x viral video for my feed today. Destiny begins with a vision. Yeah, people want to have that life of epic, heroic imagination and dreams. That whole what we could be if our intelligences were developed, if we followed our passions and our natural gifts in how we make money, if our community respected and supported everybody's different gifts, because everybody has different gifts to contribute. So I've been able to step away and really do thinking and writing and studying and testing, really pushing my own thinking boundaries past what I used to always do, because I always wanted to do more. I used to be an accountant and I made money keeping track of money. Okay, that wasn't exciting. I became a school teacher because I realized, yes, I want to help the future generations learn what I know because I know a lot, right? And then that wasn't it either because the school wanted me to stay in their formula and wanted me to keep me down. And when I demonstrated my abilities, I wrote curriculum for the students. I was award-winning writing curriculum, and my principal literally patted me on my head, literally, and said, yeah, go back to your classroom and go back to those sixth graders because those kids need you. And I said, yes, but here's the book that all the sixth graders need. And they said, yeah, but you don't have that PhD. Who do you think you are in this whole judging people? Okay. And so I got somebody saying hi. Good morning. I am here catching people up to life goals and never giving up on yourself because your life goals will pursue you through your entire life. Trust me, I got old. I'm an old lady. I have gray hair. My husband died. I'm suddenly like, what am I going to do now? And I'm like, yeah, I'm trusting in myself. I'm believing in myself and investing in myself. And when people don't understand, I have to be strong, and I have to have this kind of hero thinking is what it is. It's knowing that you're smart, knowing that you can solve problems, knowing how to analyze a problem. I got that. It's about having a champion mindset. Yeah, failure's not an option. How could failure ever be an option? So just like a superhero or just like a champion, let's talk sports. Let's talk music and entertainment. I was just watching Tom Hanks, champion of comedy for 30, 40 years. Yeah, his mindset, they said, are you going to make another Toy Story movie? And he goes, I don't know. If it's good enough, I will. Has his focus, knows his gifts, and yeah, made another kicking movie that's about being true to yourself. So this is the common theme, and it's ancient wisdom. So why don't we all do it? That's the part I don't understand. So I'm here, and today, so that's my what am I doing? Today, I'm always trying to give you a tip and do this in action. So here's an example I want to talk about. This is showing gratitude to yourself, and the way to strengthen yourself within by recognizing your gifts and your talents, and even kind of looking like it's a resume. What kind of battles have you been through? What kind of challenges have you faced down? Because that gives you this strength. It adds to your armor. It helps build up your shield, right? All of these things. So the gratitude piece got me thinking. There's actually 5 love languages. They say that there's different ways that you can show love to a person. And I want to talk about it, showing love to ourselves. Okay. I'm old enough to be your grandma, which means we need to have some respect. Okay. Which means you have to be young enough to appreciate the wisdom of the elders and how you can influence the children that come before after you. So this love languages and showing love to yourself. You can do it with your words. So those are those affirmations, and those are the words that you say to yourself when you wake up in the morning. Do you say, hey, good morning, hello world. It's a beautiful day. Let's get this going. That's what you should be doing, because you're giving yourself this positive love and affirmations. How about touch? Yeah, like I was saying about my shirt, when I put this on, it gives me the confidence. I remember where I got it. I remember who I wore it with. I remember the Knicks with their epic win a couple nights ago. And all of that comes when I put on a touch around me. Okay, here's another one. Time. Yeah. Giving yourself time to be yourself, taking the time for self-care, taking the time to, I don't know, put a mask on your face and just sit there and think. Or guys, what can guys do to honor themselves? When you go and you're working out at the gym, you're practicing this act of time and service and reflection on yourself. That's nurturing you. Those are love languages that you're giving yourself. And we have to give them to ourselves so that we'll be able to then give them to other people, right? And so here's another 5 things to think about in this is easy. Okay, here's the last one for the day, ancient wisdom, psychology. Okay, psychologists. It's proven as a fact that our 5 senses will change your brain's firing if you are in a trauma. So let me switch this around. In the event of a trauma, So when your anxiety is kicking in, any one of your five senses will stop your brain from its trauma and make it focus on whatever the sense is that you've activated. Okay? And so this is going to be one of those acts of service to yourself. I want you to please write down and make a list. What are your favorite smells? What smells will always get you to stop and have a moment? It's different for different people. Some people like the orangey citrus stuff. Some people like the lavenders and the flowers. It's different. When you smell that smell of chocolate chip cookies baking, your brain stops its trauma. And if you didn't know that, I want you to write these down because that'll help you settle down and be able to make better decisions. Okay? The other ones here, and it's funny, they relate a lot with the gratitude. So touch, your five senses of touch. Yeah, putting on that hand lotion, rubbing that hand lotion also stimulates and activates not only your brain stuff, but it's activating the gratitude stuff because you like that hand lotion. You like that scent of the baby oil or the cocoa oil or the rose oil. I don't know. You pick yours. Okay? Taste. This one, of course, your sugars obviously are going to trigger your body chemistry. So grabbing one of those lifesaver mints or grabbing a little piece of chocolate is scientifically proven to stop your anxiety, help you refocus, get you back to feeling positive about yourself. Because if you can figure out exactly what's going to trigger it, it'll work. If you don't like chocolate, if you have a dairy dietary problem, the chocolate will not work. You have to figure this out in advance, and you have to have the things at your fingertips when you're as you go through life. The other ones, what do you see? Of course, all of the calendars with posters of beaches, all of the calendars of the puppies. Yeah, of course. And hearing, yes, your soundtrack of your life. What is it what music is going to make you feel happy and chill? And what music is going to get your body going and make you feeling happy again? And it's okay to have the sad music. It's okay to recognize those emotions, but don't sit there and wallow in it and then be stuck in it. That's what this hero thinking and champion mindset does. That's what I do out here in my garden. Okay. And so that's enough of me talking here because I got stuff to do. I only got through half my list. Where am I on the time? I'm over my time. Come back tomorrow. Come talk to me, subscribe, share. I want to talk about cause and effect. In fact, let me do that while I'm walking out. Okay. Because this is another really big topic that comes up. I see it happening. And as an English teacher, I just look at it and I go, yeah, actually, this is reading standard 5, cause and effect. It's a structural problem that the person doesn't understand in a story what happened in order to move the plot forward in the story. So kind of take your life out of it, take it to like a biography figure, take it to a story, a movie that you love. Cause and effect. What was the real root of the problem? Trace it back and trace it back and trace it back and trace it back some more. Because the problem's never just right here. It's not just this stuff. It's deeper and it's longer. And the more significant the problem is, the deeper and the more complicated that web is of who said what and they did this and I'm not doing this because my ego and yada, 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 yada. And it's got to stop. So again, I'm walking out here because I got to get out. I want to show you what I'm doing today I'm now showing my own gratitude because cause and effect. So cause and effect right here. Let me show you a story, a real quick story. I I moved to San Juan and I lived in the city for almost 2 years without a car. I didn't need a car. I didn't really need a car. I decided, I don't know, I was a big girl. I was turning 2. I was confident. I was fired up and I wanted a car. So I ended up buying the car I wanted, the one that was going to be like the one I used to own. I used to have a big camper van because I like to camp. This Yukon is my dream vehicle here. It actually used to be a taxi limousine in San Juan. So it's big and you can sleep in it. And yeah, I bought it so I could sleep in it because I want to ride around the island and I want to sleep in it. So I bought it. I didn't think there's no parking where I used to live. And my Yukon caused a problem with the neighbors because they thought I was rich and fancy and I bought this new fancy car and I didn't. It's almost 20 years old. And yeah, it's fancy and pretty. It has a lot of chrome on it, but it also has 200,000 miles on it. And it had bad tires and bad spark plugs. And so no, it wasn't some fancy car, but my neighbor sure took it that way. And yeah, it caused a fight. It caused a real big fight. So now I have the car. I have to be able to say gratitude for my car. I have to still love it. I have to still be like, it was worth the fight. I fought the fight and I kept the car. Yeah, I had to move, but look where I am now. How cool is this? So this morning I'm about to put the camera down and you're about to see me get busy washing it. It's got to be shiny and clean. I can't drive around with it dirty. That's embarrassing. Yesterday I was embarrassed. I was at the beach with everybody in their cars. Everybody's car is shiny. Not my big Yukon. It's dirty. I got to clean the car. Yeah, that's showing gratitude. It's going to make me stronger today. That's why I'm wearing my soccer shirt. That's why I got Bunny on me. That's why I live in Puerto Rico. This is the Best Life Quest. I'm here. I can show you how to do it. It gets started when you decide it's time. Let's go. It's time. Let's go. Okay? Let's go. I got to go wash the car. Okay, bye. Got to go wash the car. Love you. Have a great day. Okay, bye. Have a great day.